All right, hello everyone. This is Greg Caesar. If you can hear me, just give me a yes in the chat box and also tell me where you are dialing in from this evening. We've got a really special training for you guys today. Let's take a look. Oh, Neil, all the way from Tennessee. Love it, Neil. Hey, Miller, how are you? South Australia. Alexander, I can't even tell where that is. Never heard of that. Gene, how are you? We've got Lori, Daryl, Savannah, Georgia in the house. Lori, I think that's Philadelphia. Awesome. Hey, Jillian, how are you? Haven't talked to you in a while. Jesse, Orange County, California. I'm going to be out there, Los Angeles. Not sure how far that is from California, but we'll be there in about 4 weeks. Awesome. Oh, sorry to hear that, Jillian. Jillian's got a cold. Oh, Alexander from Thailand. You know what? I love seeing folks coming in from different parts of the world. I've said this on other trainings. I never dreamt I would ever be able to talk to people outside of my city, yet I have a global audience. And that's the power of being an internet marketer and using the internet to build your business. And today I get to introduce you guys to a very dear and special family friend. This is someone I was introduced to back, I want to say 2004, maybe 2005, somewhere around there. So well over a decade. Our kids hang out together. My oldest is in college and his oldest is in college. And these kids started hanging out together when they were in middle school. So it's amazing how far our journeys have become. And he's a very successful internet marketer as well. And he, one of the things he's doing is creating simple ebooks. And I'm gonna tell you, he's been doing this for a while. Really simple ebooks that he sells on my favorite platform, which is Amazon, and getting sales all over the globe every single day. And I remember when it first took off for him, he was telling me what he was doing, and it was starting to take off. And I was thinking to myself, well, how good could this thing be? At that moment, I had known Amazon was the place to sell things, but I really didn't understand it. But I'm going to tell you the day I got it. When he calls me up and he says, hey, I just got my check from Amazon and I went to the car dealership and bought a Jaguar cash. That was the day that it hit for me. That was the day I got my aha moment. That's when I said, holy crap, there's something to this Amazon selling ebook business thing. And that's what first opened my eyes to Amazon. So ever since that time, I've invited him a couple times to speak to you guys. And it's always great to have him on because he's always bringing new and fresh ideas. In fact, one of my students that he taught, his name is Darren. This particular student had never made any money online. And I had Ty teach him, and Darren. And I don't know if you're going to talk about Darren in your presentation or not, Ty, but Darren went from making nothing to $6,000 a month, and I know he had gotten up to about $20,000 a month, doing exactly what Ty taught him. So you want to pay attention. This is real. This is real money. This is a real business that you can do. But more importantly, because it's on my favorite platform, which is Amazon, which allows you to leverage their resources, you can't miss this. Now, even if you're in my Amazon profit system, this is a different side of Amazon. So you want to pay attention. You want to actually do both sides of Amazon. So with that being said, I'm going to pass it over to Ty. I'm going to mute myself. I'll be in the background listening. Ty is actually the person who taught me Kindle, and all the sales I get on Kindle are 100% responsible because of Ty. So I'm grateful for that, and you guys will be also. So with that being said, Ty, you there?
Greg, can you hear me?
Yep, now I can.
Awesome. Okay, I'm ready to rock and roll. I see the comments coming in, so hopefully you guys can hear me as well. Can you hear me? Give me a yes if you can hear me on your end as well, folks. All right, looks like they can hear me. Alex, Donald, Jeffrey, Norma, Alexandra. All right. Hey, Greg, I'm happy to be here, man. And as always, thank you for inviting me. One of the things that we're going to do is we're going to go into Amazon and how you can leverage Amazon's platform in a way that has consistently made me just a ton of money. And let me just share I'm going to advance my slide here. So you should see the slides going from where it says starting soon to now my goal at the top. So my goal is to show you how publishing short 20-page ebooks on Amazon can be a highly profitable, easy, and extremely lucrative way to generate income, leads, as well as massive commissions for years and years to come without anyone
Your
ever
screen
knowing
might
how
be
you
on
did it.
pause. I'm still seeing starting soon.
Okay, so now you should be able to
Now
see
I
it there.
see it.
Awesome, perfect. All right. So now we're cooking with grease, as they say here in the South. All right, so now one of the questions that I like to present is, why are normal people having success with this? Why are normal people having success with this, right? Well, you don't need a large following. You don't need to be an expert, right, at anything. You don't need to be someone that's technical. You don't need to be on camera or, someone that's outgoing and extroverted. You don't need to be a writer, but if you do like writing, that's fine. You don't need to be a guru or someone that has this huge network of people in your space, right? You don't need to have a unique idea. So no unique ideas that you need to come up with here. You don't need to do like a huge product launch or any of that stuff. You don't need to be a certain age. You can do this regardless of age. As a matter of fact, I have students that are as young as 10 years old. One of my students, his name is Rob. He helped his niece publish her book, and she's doing well with it. She's 10, and you can be as old as 777 if you want to be, if that's still possible. You don't need your own course or your own product, right? You don't need to have like an amazing sense of marketing. You don't need to run any Facebook ads. You don't need to do anything with Shopify. You don't need to do any drop shipping. You don't have to join any MLMs, thank God, because I'm not big into MLMs. You don't even have to be perfect with your English, and English doesn't have to be your first language. You don't have to be a pro at traffic generation. You don't even have to live in the US. I know there's a few folks here that are from Thailand and Germany and London and Canada and Australia. And best of all, you don't have to have lots of money to do this, okay? And you don't have to invest lots of time, all right? So you can start this where you are and as you are right now. So everyone that's watching. So before we begin, let's talk about what exactly is a Kindle and why it is so important to anyone who's looking for an easy, secure, long-lasting residual way to make money. Well, the Kindle is a portable ebook reader that was developed by Amazon.com that allows you to be able to shop for, download, and instantly read ebooks, newspapers, magazines, blogs, reports, and other digital media directly from the device, right? And this single device here, along with Amazon's help, has changed the publishing industry as we know it. Now, one of the brilliant things that Amazon did was they said, hey, we realize that not everyone will go out and purchase a physical Kindle device. So why don't we make an app available that will function the same as the device and that can be downloaded to almost any mobile device or any desktop or laptop, your phones, as I said, mobile devices, right? And by doing this, they now allow you to open up the marketplace even more, right? There's over 7 billion mobile devices on Earth, probably a lot more than that. And this Kindle app allows you to reach people that are literally spread out across the planet. This is the very same system that I used to buy my mom a house. Greg said, as he mentioned, I used this to buy Jaguar for myself a couple years ago, but most recently I used this to buy my mom a house and paid cash with it as well. And I actually just bought my wife a car I was just about to say house, a car as well. I like Jaguars so much that I actually bought her a Jaguar XKR. So if you guys are familiar with that, super fast, 510 horsepower. So there's a lot that you can do with this. Um, Not only am I seeing a great amount of success with this, but so are my students, right? So here's one of my students here who sent me this text. He says, Ty, I wanted to update you. I'm now, right? This will be my first $5,000 a month, and I want to thank you for all of your guidance and inspiration. He's shooting for $10,000 a month now. Here's another one of my students, Tracy Voister. She just got started with my training, and literally 24 hours after getting started and publishing her first ebook, she sold 5 copies, right? So here's another one of my students, Darren DeVry. He is over in Perth, Australia, and he's generating $20,000 a month using the system that I'm going to share with you as well. So you can do this no matter where you are, no matter how old you are, no matter what your tech skill level is. This is something that everyone can do, right? You are at ground level of what is being called a digital diamond mine. So this is literally a digital diamond mine here. And I want to show you some of the money that I've been able to make just playing around with publishing ebooks before I created a system for doing this. Now, I want you to keep that word system in mind, because if you have the right system, you can accomplish almost anything, all right? With the right system, you can accomplish almost anything because you're following something that works. That's why McDonald's is so successful. They have the right systems. If you look at companies like Walmart and Amazon, right, they learn how to incorporate the right systems, which helps them to be massively successful. If you look at anyone that's having a great deal of success, even individuals, whether it's a successful marriage, successful business, successful relationship, successful at anything, they have a system in place that they're following. So once I learned how to construct the proper system after trial and error, this was one of the first checks that I received. It was in the amount of $2,297.30. And then after that, 30 days later, I did not have to invest any additional time into the system, but I still generated more money. So a month later, I went from $2,297 to $2,873.13. And then continuing along with the system, a month later, I went from this amount to $4,462.53. And then from this amount, following the system, right, continuing along, I saw another increase the following month to $8,403.84. And now I continuously see residuals that come in the amounts of $30,000 or more every single month. So now, how would you like to have your own diamond mine and a system that helps you to generate thousands of dollars a month? I'm going to show you exactly how I do this, right? But keep this in mind. This is also the perfect lead generator. So you can actually generate leads using this system as well. And what can you do with those leads? I want you guys to use that questions box to talk back and forth with me as well. All right. What can you do with these leads? You can use them to sell more books, says Jillian. Absolutely. You can use them to sell products. You can use them to sell your own products, affiliate products. Use them to sell more books, as Jillian so smartly just said. So if you take a look at this, within the last 30 days, I was able to generate just over 3,000 new leads, new contacts, right, on my email list. How many people have heard that the money is in the list? How many people have heard that phrase before? The money is in the list. And in total, just under 20,000 contacts on my email list. So imagine having 20,000 people that you can email anytime you want, right? Every single time you send an email, it's like generating money. It's like having your own cash ATM machine. As a matter of fact, the reason why you're watching this training is because you're on someone's email list, right? And you received an email about this training here. So do you see how powerful that is? Absolutely. Okay, awesome. So now let's continue moving. So what makes this different? Now, the thing that makes this different is, number one, it's a real business. This is not something that you're starting from scratch. You are actually partnering with Amazon.com, and you're tapping into a multi-billion, not million, but multi-billion-dollar globally recognized brand that has an 8 billion person marketplace at its disposal. The third thing is, it's a system that is easy to make money with and drive leads with continuously, month after month after month. So this is not a one-shot deal. This is something that you can generate income with month after month after month. Now, before you say, well, easy for you, Ty, you're a genius. As much as I wish that was the case here, right? Listen, folks, I just started working out as a clerk at Walgreens Pharmacy, right? Barely went past college, and there's nothing extra special about me. If I can do this, you can do this as well. All right. I have developed a system that works and that I've tested dozens of times and I've perfected it so that anyone who follows along with it, and this is key, anyone that follows along with it will see results as well, including you. All right. So now I do have to read off this earnings disclaimer just to make sure that everything is totally clear. Now, you most likely will not make thousands and thousands of dollars from the first ebook that you publish. I like to just be 100% transparent and upfront with this. My pet peeve is getting on a webinar with someone who promises you that you're going to make a gazillion dollars and not being honest with that. Right now, the beauty of this thing is you can make thousands, and you can even make tens of thousands, as I am and as a lot of my students are doing. But you have to start someplace. Okay, so is that clear? I just want to be totally clear with you. You have to crawl before you walk. Now, when I first got started, I just wanted to make a few $100s to cover a few bills. Super easy for me to do that. The other thing that I wanted to point out is that this is a long-lasting business model that you can consistently generate income from for many, 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 many years. All right, for many, many, many years. There you go. So now, are you ready to discover the secrets to publishing best-selling Kindle books on Amazon and how you can literally use this to create a dream lifestyle business? That's what I like to call it. I like to call it a dream lifestyle business. It allows me to provide for my family, provide for my wife, and just have an awesome life. So I'm going to give you the 3 secrets. Secret number 1, how do you come up with a best-selling book idea in 3 minutes, even if you've never done anything like this before? I'll give you secret number 2, the 3 ways to get your ebooks created super fast. And then secret number 3, how do you get your books sold and in front of people that are looking for them? So let's jump directly into secret number 1. So step number 1, how do you come up with a best-selling book idea in minutes, even if you've never done anything like this before? I want you to pay attention. The first step is you're going to use the Google Keyword Planner. And this tool will help you to find a best-selling book idea, one that people are already searching for, that people are already purchasing, and it will also show you how to come up with some awesome titles. So let's go right into it. So the first step is you'll go over to the Google search engine, right? And then you'll type in Google Keyword Planner. Now, don't do this now because I want you to pay attention to what I'm teaching you here. So you'll go over to Google, and then you'll type in Google Keyword Planner. It's usually the first or second result that you see here. And then after that, what's going to happen is you'll see a control panel that looks a bit like what you see in front of you. They do change it up from time to time, but for the most part, it still functions the same regardless of what version you see. You're going to see a drop-down menu up here at the top. You want to select search for new keywords using a phrase, a website, or a category. Now, I selected phrase, right? So here's what I do here. I go in and I type in a phrase or the genre or the keyword that I'm considering publishing an ebook around, or one that I think would make a good ebook, right? Something that's pretty interesting. You could do this for both fact and fiction as well. So now what happens is I then come down here, I select all locations, all languages, Google and search partners, I hit get ideas. Google is going to show me the search volume for the phrase that I put in, as well as similar phrases. As a matter of fact, let's jump into it and I'll show you how this looks. So now, Google says for your phrase that you entered, dreams interpretation, here's some similar phrases that people are also searching for. Meaning of dreams, right? There were 18,100 global monthly searches for that phrase within the last 30 days. Dreams and their meanings, 590. Dream meaning, 2,900. Dreams meaning, 2,400. Meaning of dreams, 590. So do you see how that works out? So do you see how Google is actually telling you what people are searching for that's related to the main phrase that you put in? Now, what I found to be like the sweet spot here, and if you can actually get to this point, right, I found that it's awesome, and this is like where you can actually create a book that's going to sell extremely well, is if you have your combined average monthly search volume total between 10,000 to 100,000. So if your combined monthly search volume totals between 10,000 to 100,000, then that's the honey spot right there for you. So does everyone get that? Because that's super important. I want you to make sure that you got it. All right, Deborah says, I am ready. I got it. All right, awesome. Bill says, I got it. Michael says, I got it. Rex, I got it. Okay, so it makes sense. Now, there you go. So one of the things is you don't want it, and people ask me this all the time. So Ty, what happens if it adds up to less than 10,000 or more than 100,000, right? How does that work out? Well, here's the thing. Anything less than 10,000, then the marketplace is just not big enough, right? You want to be able to capitalize off of a marketplace that is going to be able to sustain the book that you publish. And so you want it to be more than 10,000. Anything less than 100,000 in the marketplace is just not big enough, all right? So I'm sorry, not less than. Anything more than 100,000, then the marketplace is too big. So anything less than 10,000, marketplace is not big enough. Anything more than 100,000 and the marketplace is too big. So you want to be between 10,000 to 100,000 with your combined monthly search volume, right? Does everyone have that before I move on? Because I have a ton of good stuff to share with you. Just put yes in the questions box if everyone has that. All right, we have some yeses coming in. All right, John says yes. Jillian, Anita, Donald, Kathleen. All right, Warner. Okay, great. So lots of yeses coming in. I'm not going to read off all the names. I just want to get going here. So now, the other reason why I like using this Google Keyword Planner is it helps you to find some awesome titles. So titles that you can actually use for your ebooks. So for example, Meaning of Dreams, right? That would make an awesome title. And to boot, there's 18,000 people that are searching for that in Google. And what I found is that people search Google and Amazon in very similar manners. Here's another title that would just make a great one. Dreams and Their Meanings, right? 590 people are actually searching for that. So imagine if you had a book and it was titled Meaning of Dreams or Dreams and Their Meanings. And you're actively already getting a ton of searches, right? So it just works out. And I'll show you why that works out so well. If you craft your titles correctly, you actually increase the chances of them ranking high within both Amazon and Google search engines. So ranking on both Amazon and Google will dramatically boost your sales. And I want to show you a few examples of why that is. So let's say you have a book on Amazon. It's titled How to Market and Sell Your Ebook. And then you have someone over on Google and they're not aware that there's something on Amazon being sold, but they have an ebook of their own, right? They're looking for ways to just go in and get more visibility. They're looking to get more sales and they're looking to market it. They go over to Google, they type in how to market and sell your ebook, and guess what happens? For the most part, people gloss over these, right? Because this area right here, we realize that these are what? Who gets it first? Let's see, who has it here? They're ads, right, Kathleen? Absolutely. So we kind of don't pay attention to these. We want to see what is organically ranking within Google. So we come across two listings, this one and this one. Which one stands out to you guys the most? Number one or number two? Number one or number two? Which one stands out the most? Yes, absolutely. Number two. Correct. Number two, Kathleen, Anita, and everyone else. So number two stands out for several reasons. Number one, it has your search phrase in its title, right? Number two, it's coming from Amazon directly. Why else does this one stand out? There's maybe about 7 or 8 different reasons why this listing stands out the most out of everything that's here. The other thing is it has 47 reviews, right? And they're 5-star reviews. So you can instantly see what people think of this, right? Based on the reviews and the number of reviews. You can see the price point, you can see that it's in stock, and you can see that there's something in this category that's being sold. And then there's also a blurb here as well, right? So there's a short description that you can read. So you can go over now, you know that there's something being sold over on Amazon, right? So this is why when you use the method that I use you for doing, that I share with you for doing market research, you actually can go in and actually leverage both Amazon and Google to sell more books because you're getting your books ranked in Google. Now, does everyone see that? Does that make sense to everyone here? Now, here's the beautiful thing about this. When you use this method, not only can you rank fairly high for your ebooks, but take a look at this example here. Not only is this one listed on the first page of Google, but it's the first page, second position. Take a look at this. First page of Google, second position out of 5 million results. Out of 5 million results. So how many people here are familiar with SEO? Search engine optimization. Search engine optimization is the art of being able to get your website, your products, your services listed in Google or Yahoo or MSN or any of the other search engines, and being able to get them ranked high. It's something that can cost a lot of money. It's something that can take a lot of time, right? But when you use the method that I share with you, it's an easy, quick way to do it, and it does not cost you any money at all, right? So this is awesome. So now let me take you over to another example here. Here's another example. Here's an ebook titled Money, Wealth, Life Insurance. Let's say that you've got this ebook on Amazon. You have someone who is oblivious to the fact that this ebook is on Amazon. They go over to Google. They type in money, wealth, insurance, right? They're looking for ways to maybe expand their wealth or preserve their wealth. They're looking to buy some insurance. They're just looking to do some smart things with their money, right? Guess what happens? Out of 134 million results, guess where this book's listing shows up on Google's page, right? First page, first and second position. Something that is extremely powerful because, again, it's helping you to drive even more sales over to Amazon. Here's another example. Let's say you have a book titled How to Retire Happy, Wild, and Free, and this is over on Amazon as well. You have someone who goes over to Google. They have no idea that there's a book being sold on Amazon or something that they can purchase. They go to Google, they type in How to Retire Free. This one appears out of 98 million results on the first page, first and second position. So again, you have both of these multi-billion-dollar companies helping you to sell more product. All right, so now step one was use the Google Keyword Planner to find hot topics and to create titles. And when you do this, right, I just gave you a quick synopsis of this. You know, there's a little bit more that goes into it, but when you do this the right way and you have a system, it makes it super easy. Now, there's another reason why I really love making sure that you put time and attention into your titles. And the reason why is because your titles are your first line of defense. As a matter of fact, I put a fairly decent amount of time into my titles because if you have your titles set up the right way, you're going to give yourself an extra sales boost. Because most people, they look at the titles first, right? As a matter of fact, if you know your audience, most women, right, shop for ebooks on Amazon in a totally different manner than men do. Women will actually look at the titles first, and then if the title resonates with them, they'll go in, they'll look at the cover, and then if the cover attracts them or is in line with what they're looking for, then they'll go in and they'll spend some time and they'll look at the reviews and the book description and things like that. But men, on the other hand, we tend to go in and we look at the cover first because we're more visual, right? So it pays to know your audience. So because titles are like your first line of defense, I came up with something called title enhancers, and these are literally elements that will double and triple, and in some instances, I've seen them quadruple sales. So after months of testing, I found that simply adding the following elements to my titles can dramatically increase sales. And I actually came up with this method one day while I was going on vacation. My family and I, we take a ton of vacations, and Amazon pays for like all of our vacations. As a matter of fact, we are going on a cruise, a week-long cruise next month, and guess who's paying for that vacation? Amazon, absolutely. So after 1 week, right, my wife and I were just going on not on a cruise, but we were going to the Caribbean. And I usually bring my computer with me, right? I like checking my sales from Amazon. I'm like really addicted to checking my sales because I just can't believe that, man, you can make money while you're doing other things and the sales just come in like clockwork. You could be bowling and sales come in. You could be sleeping overnight and sales are coming in. You could be flying on a plane across the Atlantic and sales are coming in. I probably have sales that are coming in right now as I'm presenting this webinar, right? I could be at my son's field trip and sales are coming in. I could be at my daughter's chair competition and sales come in. So it's an awesome way. You're not exchanging time for dollars. You create a system and you passively generate income recurringly over and over and over again. So one time, right, we're going on vacation and my wife made me promise to leave my laptop at home. So before I did that, I knew we were going to be away for about 2 weeks. And what I did was I incorporated some of these title enhancers, and I'm going to share them with you in just a moment. But I want you to see how powerful this is. So just before we went on vacation, a few days before, I changed some of the titles that I had for my ebooks. I incorporated these title enhancers into those books. And then when we got back from vacation, 2 weeks later, and I finally got a chance to check my sales, I saw that my sales had doubled, tripled, and quadrupled for some of the ebooks that I had listed these title enhancers with. So for some of the ebooks that I went in and I reconfigured my titles and I used these elements, I actually saw up to quadruple the sales number. So here, let's take a look at some of the title enhancers here. Now, title enhancers are elements that double and triple sales, and they answer the questions that your ebook buyers are asking themselves in their heads. So let's take a look at them. So here's one, how to, right? So for example, how to stain your deck like a professional versus something like learn to stain your deck. Right? How to stain your deck like a professional versus learn to stain your deck. And let me give you an example of how that works and why it works so well. Let's say you have someone that's looking for information on how to stain a deck. You've got a guy named Johnny, and Johnny's been promising his wife for like 6 months that he's going to go out and stain a deck. He has not done it yet. He's been leading around, and finally, it's a nice day, nice weekend out, and Johnny's wife says, Johnny, you're going to go out and stain that deck this weekend, or you're going to be sleeping on the couch for the next 6 months. Now, Johnny has never stained a deck before. He doesn't even know where to begin, but he knows that he can probably find some information on how to do it on Amazon, right? He goes over to Amazon, or he picks up his cell phone and he opens up the Amazon app, or if he has a Kindle device, he opens up the Kindle device and he goes over to Amazon and types in deck staining or how to stain a deck. He comes across two ebooks, one titled on the left, number one, how to stain your deck like a professional, and then the second one titled learn to stain your deck. Now, all the while on a subconscious level, and this is happening in milliseconds, Johnny is sweating. He doesn't want to sleep on the couch. He's asking himself subconsciously, how am I going to stain this deck? How am I going to stain this deck? How am I going to stain this deck? Which of the two titles do you think stands out to him the most? Number one, how to stain your deck like a professional on the left, or number two, learn to stain your deck. So put a number one in if you think it's how to stain your deck like a professional, or a two in if you think it's learn to stain your deck. And let's see what the answers are that are coming in here. So number one says Jillian, number one says Warner, Kathleen says number one, Anita one, John says two, Rhonda says one, Michael says one, Todd says one, Reggie says two, Merla says one, John Kelly says one. I like that name, John Kelly. In my former life as a singer, my name used to be Ty Kelly. All right, Deborah says number one. All right, there you go. Absolutely. Okay, Jillian likes that. What do you mean, Jillian? I like that. All right, so here. So now, here's some more examples of it. Title enhancers. Quickest way to. That's another title enhancer, right? 21 quickest ways to make money online versus the guide to making money on the web. All right, here's another one. The fastest way to. The fastest way to get your nursing degree versus something like Health Quad's nursing guide. Here's another example of a title enhancer. Easy ways to. Quick and easy ways to lose weight. Right, here's another one. Tips to. The world's best kept tips to losing weight. Because we always think about it. People search in this manner whenever they're looking for information or if they're looking for content. They want to learn how to do things, the quickest way to do things, the fastest way to do things, the easy ways to, tips to, right? We always want a shortcut. So if you keep that in mind, you'll understand why these title enhancers work so well. So now, another way that I actually have come up with for using the title enhancers that works extremely well is to create what I call a mashup. So we go back to our Google Keyword Planner and we take our title enhancer. We could take one of them like how to, right? And then we take our genre or our phrase or topic that we're considering publishing an ebook around and we mash them up. So here we have the title enhancer how to, and then let's say this is the title, or not even a title, but just the keyword, right, that I'm considering publishing an ebook around. How to garden. I hit search, and Google tells us for that phrase, how to garden, there were 45.5 million global monthly searches conducted within the last 30 days. Now, is this within our desired search criteria? Yes or no? 45.5 million. Yes or no? Let's see. Put it into the questions box. Some people are saying no. Some people are saying yes, yes, no, 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 yes. All right. Looks to be about even. Most people are saying no. All right. So if you've said no, give yourself a pat on the back. Of course not. We want to be between 10,000 to 100,000. 10,000 to 100,000. Right. But luckily for us, Google says here's some similar phrases that people are also searching for, and here's the search volume. So, how to make a garden. 201,000 people search for that within the last 30 days. How to design a garden, 550,000. How to build a raised garden bed, 12,100. How to plant a garden, 301,000. So out of these four, which one you would think would make the most ideal to publish an ebook around? Number one, number two, number three, or number four? Okay, so we have number three, number one. I'm going to give you guys a few more seconds. So most of you are saying number three. And if you did say number three, you're absolutely right. So here's the thing. How to make a garden, 201,000 global monthly searches. Does not fit within our desired search criteria. How to design a garden, 550,000. Way past the number that we're looking for. How to build a raised garden bed, 12,100. This fits. How to plant a garden, 301,000. Way past the number that we're looking for. Now, the other reason why how to build a raised garden bed works is because not only does it have a title enhancer in it, how to, as do the rest of them, but it's very specific. So look at this, how to build a raised garden bed, right? Not only is it talking about how to build a garden bed, but how to build a raised garden bed. Do you see that? Like, do you see how specific you can get with that? Now, the other reason why, remember I told you that you can use this area to literally come in and cherry pick some amazing titles, right? You can come in and pick some amazing titles. So look at this. Would this make an awesome ebook title or not? How to build a raised garden bed. How to build a raised garden bed. Absolutely, right? Now, the fact that there are, 12,000 people that are searching for that makes it even better. Because imagine this, you have your ebook titled exactly after a phrase that's getting a ton of searches. Do you think if you have an ebook titled How to Build a Raised Garden Bed and you have 12,000 people that are searching for this every single month, because remember, this is not a one-shot deal. And this number often goes up because what happens? Population increases, right? So do you think it would be easy or hard to sell your ebook if it was titled How to Build a Raised Garden Bed and you have over 12,000 people searching for that globally every single month? Easy or hard? What do you think, folks? It would be very easy, right? As many of you are saying, very easy. So now that's why this works so well. That's why you want to have a system. So do you see how this system totally changes things? Easy, 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 everyone is saying, right? Now here, I'm going to give you a bonus here. So here's one of the things, I usually leave this in the program, right? But here's one of the things that I like to do as well. I like to actually add a subtitle onto these things. So let's do a quick subtitle exercise. How many people want to do this really quickly? We'll take a vote. If you want to do a subtitle exercise, put yes in. If you don't, just put no in and I'll continue moving along. And we'll let everyone vote here. So yes is, wow, it's unanimous. Everyone wants to do a subtitle exercise. So here, I want everyone to contribute to this as well. So type in how you would do this. So for example, I would add a subtitle to this just to make it even more niche and just to speak to even more of a targeted audience. So to give you an example of a few subtitles, and I want you to throw some in as well. So how to build a raised garden bed for organics, or how to build a raised garden bed on a roof, or how to build a raised garden bed on a budget, or how to build a raised garden bed. You can even get kind of coy with this, right? How to build a raised garden bed that your neighbors will envy. Or as Kathleen just said, how to build a raised garden bed in a single weekend. Or how, as Deborah just said, how to build a raised garden bed quickly and easily. Warner just said how to build a raised garden bed as a pro. Jillian just said how to build a raised garden bed for vegetables. You can even flip that, Jillian, how to build a raised garden bed for fruits, right? Alexandra said how to build a raised garden bed for a colorful flower display. So there's a lot of creative ways that you can do this, right? How to build a raised garden bed in an urban neighborhood, how to build a raised garden bed in the suburbs, or how to build a raised garden bed and keep deer away, how to build a raised garden bed for herbs, as John just said. All right. So there's a lot of ways. Now, one of the things that I would do, and here's where here's where the money comes in. I would actually go in and publish all of those. Now, do you see that? We just came up with about 10 different ideas. I would publish a variation of every single one of those because you're going to have the content already, and it's just a matter of making a few quick changes, right? Overall, sorry guys, I got a little bit of a cold going on here. But do you see how you can now, you take one idea and you can 10x that? Right? So this is the difference between making a little bit of money and a lot of money. Who here would rather make a lot of money versus a little bit of money? And that's what I'm showing you on this thing. Right. So when you change the way you think, the results that you get change. And that's for the better or for the good. Alex, I like your answer. I'm not going to repeat that, but I love it. All right. So now let's move on. Good stuff so far, folks. What do you think? All right. So now, step 2, 3 ways to get your ebook created super fast, even if you dislike writing. In my preferred order, there are 3 very simple ways to get content to sell, and I use all 3 of these, and all are super easy to do. Even if you're a newbie to all of this, even if you're not technical, even if you don't live in the United States, even if you don't have much money, even if you've never done anything like this before. All right. Step 1, you can get someone else to write it for you. This is the option that I use a lot because I like leveraging someone else's time. I like leveraging someone else's expertise, right? Their love of a particular industry or of a particular field. I might have someone write about gardening and I don't know much about gardening, right? But that doesn't mean that I can't go in and monetize that. Doesn't mean that I can't make money from that industry just because I don't know much about it. There's tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of people that want information on gardening. So why would I not capitalize off of that? So when you have someone else write the content for you, guess what? You own 100% of the rights to it. You can resell it as long and as often as you want. You can even put your own name on it, or you can use a pen name, which is what I do all the time. I use pen names all the time because I don't want to look like the jack of all trades, right? So in this program, I actually give you the only 3 sites that you should use when you're looking to have someone write your content. Plus, I give you the exact wording to use when you're looking to hire someone. It's super easy, right? I don't pay much to hire ghostwriters. Neither should you. And when you have a system that I give you, you won't. The other method that you can use to get content created is you can speak it and then have it transcribed. So there's tons of amazing, highly accurate speech recognition software that's out there. Siri is one. Alexa is one. Dragon Naturally Speaking is one. On most PCs, you'll find that there's a speech recognition program, right? Are you guys familiar with that on your PCs, the speech recognition program? Do you want me to show you it? You're familiar? Yes, Nina, you're familiar with it? Or yes, you want me to show you? All right, Kathleen says she's familiar. So if you go down here, like to the lower left, and then you just type in speech recognition, you'll find it. All right, super, super easy. And then you'll see a little microphone that comes up. All right, you can also use like Google. If you go into Google Docs, there's a transcription section now, which is very cool. I just found out about that the other day. Right, and that doesn't cost you anything to use that. Number 3, you can write it yourself. Right, not my favorite, but if you're a writer, this would be the perfect option for you. All right, Nina says I use Dragon. It's better than its ever been before. Nice, I like that. Yeah, that's what I actually started using, was Dragon, naturally speaking. But now I just experiment with a ton of different things. There's a lot of free options out there. I like I said, I really like Google Docs now, for doing this. It's really cool. And maybe at the end, if I have some time, I'll show you how you guys can go in and use Google Docs. Remind me. So here, these are the three options here. I'm just curious, which option would you use? Number one, write it, get someone else to write it for you, like outsource. Number two, would you speak it yourself and then have it transcribed? Number three, would you write it yourself? Which one appeals the most to you? And there's no right or wrong. I just like to see where you guys are at. All right. Awesome, Jillian. Zero. Some people are saying number one. Some people are saying two. Some people are saying three. All right. Most people are saying number one and number three. Either they would outsource it or they would write it themselves. A few people are saying number two. Right. So there's no right or wrong. Like I said, you can even write it yourself. Right. If you really want to get a ton of content out, you can write and outsource at the same time. Right. So you're not limited to either or. And then once you, yeah, absolutely, Nina. Nina says number one is insurance that it'll get done. Greg and I were just speaking about this, talking about this right before this webinar, where if you outsource, you can guarantee that it's going to get done, right? In most cases. I've never had a problem with someone where I've outsourced work to them and it hasn't really gotten done. So yeah, I totally agree with you, Nina. And the other thing is, you can take, once you start to generate revenue, right? You take that money and you put it into more outsourcing more and more and more. So now you start to get more and more. So quantity, right? Quantity is where the big money is made as well. So I'm giving you guys a lot of tips here, a lot of the secrets. All right, so quantity is there. So let's continue to move on. So step two, right, was to get the content created. Step three, put your ebooks in front of people who already want them. Right? Put your ebooks in front of people who already want them. Now, this literally takes you about 5 to 10 minutes to both create your Kindle Publishers account as well as add ebooks to it. Amazon has made it easy. Now, why do they make it easy? Are they making it easy just out of goodness of their heart? Not at all. They're making it easy because they want to make money, right? And when you make money, guess what happens? They make money. So that's why they're making it easy. So when you make money, keep that in mind, they make money. So now here's the other thing here, right? Is Amazon pays you 70% of the royalties that come in. So let's say if you make $1,000, then Amazon will give you $700 of that, and they keep $300. Amazon gives you $700, they keep $300. You make $10,000, Amazon gives you $7,000, and they keep $3,000. So you get the lion's share. All right, Amazon wants you to be successful. And as a result, what they do is they have a ton of different things that they do to market your ebooks, to get it in front of as many people as possible. As a matter of fact, did you guys know that Amazon has been around for over 20 years? Like, does it even seem like that? That's insane. The other thing is, did you know that Amazon pushes your books in front of people that have bought similar content? Did you know that? Did you know that they have their buy it now button that makes it super easy for people to go in and buy a book from you? Now, here's another thing. Did you know that they have over 500 million credit card numbers on file? How many people knew that? Like, they have 500 million credit card numbers on file, including about 5 or 6 of mine between personal and business credit cards. Right? Kathleen says, I'm not surprised. So now, once you publish it, your book is now on Amazon and ready to make you money. All right? So it's now on Amazon and ready to make you money. There's that buy now with one click, right? Makes it super easy for people to go in and purchase it. And guess what happens? They buy it with one click. Amazon sends you money and they get the book, right? So it's a win-win for everyone. So once published, you crank up the sales. You can actually go in by repeating the process, and you publish more books, including sequels, right? Variants of some of the books that you're publishing, as we spoke about earlier. You can tweak different elements of your existing books, so things like your titles, your price points, your descriptions, your covers, right? Who wants to know the number? I've tested 56 different price points over the years. Who wants to know the top 3 price points that always generate me the most profit? Put a yes if you want to know that. And then if needed, you can always go back and you can change these elements after you launch your ebooks, right? You can always change any of this stuff here. So it's not set in stone. So think about that. Right, so a lot of people want to know. So here's what, when you stay until the end of this webinar, I'm going to share that with you, okay? I'll share that with you, those top 3. Now, the beautiful thing about this is you don't need an email list, right? You don't need a following, so you don't need to be a guru or someone that's well known. You could do this from the comfort of your computer and no one ever has to know how much money you're making. That's what I love about this. You don't need to generate your own traffic. You don't need to handle customer support or returns. You don't need to handle the sales. Amazon does that. This works in any genre for practically any type of content, both fact and fiction. Type easy in the chat box now if you see how simple this is. So go ahead, type easy into the chat box really quickly if you see how simple this is so we can move on. So easy, easy, easy. Lots of people are typing in easy. The easies are coming in there. All right. Yes, it is. It's extremely easy, says Joseph. All right. So now, what new things would you like in your life? Ask yourself that. What new things would you like? Not the things that you must have, but just some cool things that would be awesome to have. Sometimes it's just good to treat yourself because you can, right? We all deserve the better things in life. So to get these things, first you can simply publish more ebooks once you get up and running, right? And the cool thing about this is it becomes a fun game. So I have a saying, and I share this with a lot of my friends, and that's when I want something, I say, you know what? I'm not going to pay for this. Someone else is going to pay for it. And what I mean by that is I simply go in and I publish some more good content, some more good ebooks, right? And those ebooks sell, and then I get that vacation that I want, or that car that I want, or because each new ebook becomes a new vacation or a special treat for you or your family, right? Or the people that you love. So now let's review. Here's what we've covered today. I gave you step 1, how to come up with a best-selling book idea in 3 minutes, even if you've never done anything like this before. I gave you step 2, 3 ways to get your ebooks created super fast, even if you dislike writing. I gave you step 3, how to get your ebooks in front of people who already want them, right? And this is by doing your research here. Is anyone starting to feel super excited about this entire process? Like, this is how I feel every time I talk about Kindle publishing, because it's just a great way to continuously make money day in, day out, and the sales just pile up. I get excited not only because I'm seeing a ton of success with this, but so are my students. As I shared with you earlier, here's one of my students who's generating $5,000 a month using the same system. He's now on track to make $10,000 a month. Here's another one of my students, 5 copies of her ebook the day after getting started, right out the gate. Here's another one of my students, Darren DeVry. He's 66 years old over in Perth, Australia. He's making $20,000 a month in sales. Here's another, actually, ask yourself, how many ebooks do you need? So you're using the system that I've created where I show you how to go in and conduct the research, right? I show you how to compile your titles correctly. I show you how to write out the descriptions. We didn't cover that in this webinar, but in the program, I actually show you that. I show you how to formulate the correct price points, and I show you how to put it all together. On average, with this system, I find that you can generate $500 a month in sales per ebook, and about $167, 167 leads per ebook. So think about that. Imagine having 5, 10, or 20 ebooks all bringing in monthly income, right? This is a system where you do the work once and your ebooks sell for months and years to come, creating that residual income that we all crave, that we all deserve to have. It creates income over and over and over again, right? So what makes this different is that it grows. As you saw, one of my first checks was in the amount of $2,297. That then went to another check the following month where I saw a 25% increase in the amount of $2,873. And then the following month, I saw a 55% increase in the amount of $4,462. And then the next month, I got a check for $8,403. And now I'm consistently getting royalties from Amazon in the amounts of $30,000 or more. Right. So this is a system that grows and it grows and it continuously grows. All right. Month after month after month. And again, as I said earlier, It's the perfect way to generate leads that you can sell other products to, leads that you can sell some of your other ebooks to, leads that you can do some amazing things with. As a matter of fact, the money is in the list. You've probably heard that saying before, right? The bigger your list, the more money you make month to month. And this is outside of Amazon, right? So you not only are you making money from within the books that you publish to Amazon, but you also, by building your list, now have the opportunity to make money outside of Amazon as well. Okay, so if you see, I've generated just over 3,000 leads or contacts to my email list in the last 30 days, which adds to just under 20,000 total people on my email list altogether. So now, the way that you found out about this webinar is because you're on an email list and you got a notification. So once you have a list, there's just an easy way for you to make money with that thing. So let me ask you a question. How much money do you need to make a difference in your life? Would it be an extra $500 a month, an extra $1,000 a month, an extra $2,000 a month? What do you think it is? Type in that number. What would be that number for you that you need to make a difference in your life? An extra 500 a month, an extra 1,000 a month, an extra 2,000 a month. And then ask yourself, how could this change your life? Like, what would you do with that extra income? Would you put it towards your kid's future? Would you use it to pay off your mortgage? Would you use it to buy a house, buy your dream car, pay off bills, get out of debt, travel the globe, donate to charities? There's so many different things that you can do with this once you start to generate more income, right? This becomes additional income that you can literally do whatever it is that you choose to do with it. So let me ask you a question here, right? I've been totally transparent and upfront with you. I want you to do the same with me. The past hour, would you agree that this has been time that's been well spent? Yes or no? Would you agree that this has been time that's been well spent? Now, obviously, I can't cover everything that you need in a 60-minute or a 90-minute presentation. So what I've done is I've created a special offer so that you can get everything that you need to know. And in this offer, I go into all of the detail. So I give you everything that you need. And if you act fast, I'm actually going to give you a very special deal on this. You're going to get an amazing discount on it. And I've got a ton of extra bonuses. And I know Greg has a super bonus that he's going to add to this thing as well. So you want to actually see this. This is the easiest way to create a recurring revenue stream. There's zero marketing skills that are required. It has an enormous amount of potential. There's zero risk for you. You can do this anywhere. Doesn't matter where you're located. It's completely automated once you get up and running. And I just have a ton of students that are getting results, right? There are thousands of people that are getting results with this system. And you could be the next one. All right. This strategy is the best opportunity out there because you partner with Amazon in a way that makes you money long term and it makes you a lot of money. So, do you want in on this business? Give me a yes if you want in on this business. All right. All right. Lots of yeses coming in. Wow. That's pretty flattering, folks. I love that. You guys see a great opportunity when you are put in front of it. So, I really like that. Pretty cool. All right. So, now I was faced with two options. Option number one, right? I could have just given you what we have so far and then hang up right here and hope and pray that through trial and error, you'd figure it out, the missing pieces to achieve financial freedom with this on your own. And I find that most people who try to do this on their own, without my guidance, without the system, the entire system that I've put together, they don't do well with it. Right? So I want you to have everything that I have in the system. I'm going to give you everything here. The second option is, I could have taken more responsibility, which is what I've done for your success, and create an environment that removes the roadblocks that you're sure to encounter if you try to do this on your own, right? Instead, I'm going to hold your hand to ensure that you get success with this, as lots and lots of my students are seeing success with this right now because I'm near with it. So what I want to introduce to you is Kindle Cashflow X. This is the latest, most up-to-date version of Kindle publishing that you'll find on the market, period. All right. This is a full business in a box. As a matter of fact, you get complete in-depth training on everything that you need to publish successfully to the Kindle Direct Publishing platform. So you get the complete A to Z system. Now, you'll get all of the video training, including weeks number 1 and 2, where we go into the easy way to publish ebooks on Kindle. So I show you, there's a hard way to do this, but I show you the easy way to do this. And this is what I teach you in weeks 1 and 2. This is a $397 value. I put a lot of effort, a lot of step-by-step into this. And then in week number 2, I show you how you can write your own book. If that's the route that you want to go, you don't have to. And how you can do this for both fact and fiction. This is a $997 value. And then in week number 3, I give you the cash extraction module. This shows you how to pull the maximum amount out of Kindle publishing that you possibly can. In week number 4, I give you the buyer magnet module, right? This shows you how you can go in and attract buyers to your ebooks, people that are actually looking for what it is that you're publishing. And this is a $1,497 value. In week number 5, I show you the outsourcing route. I know that there's a lot of people that are watching that said they'd like to go with option number 1, right? And that is to leverage the time and the expertise of someone else by outsourcing the content and having someone else write their ebooks for them. So I show you how to do that in week number 5. In week number 6, I show you how you can take your same content and publish it to other platforms in conjunction with Kindle. So now you're able to make even more money because you're publishing the same content to other platforms, right? At the same time. The total value of everything that you get is $6,882. Now, here's the thing. It gets even better because I have a ton of stuff that I want to give you as bonuses, right? I love to reward people that see value, and I love to reward fast action takers. So I've got some really huge bonuses. Bonus number 1. We'll show you how you can 10x your results in a fraction of a time. This is how to quadruple your ebook sales with free Facebook content. So yes, I'm going to show you how you can go in, use free Facebook content, and quadruple your ebook sales. Again, this will help you to 10x the results that you get in just a fraction of a time. Bonus number 2 is the Google Kindle Crunch. So remember where we talked about how you can go in and get your ebooks listed in Google and get them ranked on that first, that second page, and then the first, second, third position? This is the module that will show you how to do that. So this is the tried and tested methods of using Google to triple and quadruple your ebook sales. Right? Again, this helps you to really get much faster results. Now, bonus number 3 is a $797 value. This shows you how to publish your ebooks to Barnes & Noble's, Nooks, and the Apple iBook store so that you triple your ebook exposure and your sales revenue potential. So this is literally 2 bonuses in 1, right? So now, here's everything that you're going to get when you join right now from this webinar. You're going to get all of the main modules, right? So you get the entire main course, but you're also going to get all of the bonuses that I just mentioned as well. Right, so the total value of everything that you're getting now is $10,673. Now, it does not stop there. Because this is an extra special webinar, one that I will probably never repeat again, meaning you'll never get all of these bonuses. If you do see this, I've done some extra special things for you. So only this audience that's watching right now is going to see this. There's absolutely zero risk for you, right? Because I also have a double your money 30-day guarantee. That's right, a double your money back 30-day guarantee. You go through the entire Kindle Cashflow X training program, implement what I share with you, use the checklist, all of the templates, the stuff that I give you that makes this entire process easy. And if you still don't make at least 100% of your purchase price back in the first 30 days, I will pay you 2 times your purchase price back. So you double your money no matter what. No one has this type of guarantee. Think about it. In other words, we guarantee that the Kindle Cashflow X program will work for you. And if it doesn't, you don't pay, I pay you. Okay, so now it doesn't stop there. Again, because I wanted to make this training something that I will never repeat again, only the people that are watching right now are going to get all of this stuff. I've added some fast action bonuses in here as well. So take a look at these. You're going to love this. The first 30 people only, you're going to get your own virtual assistant. You're going to get a real life person that can help you, a real life physical person that can help you. Now they're virtual, right? But they're physical, someone that's actually living and breathing. That's going to help you free for 40 hours. And they can help you with doing market research. They can help you with publishing your books. They can help you with other businesses that you might have online, right? So if you're the first 30 people, now mind you, we have hundreds of people that are on this webinar right now. So you have to act fast when I give you the URL if you want to be one of the first 30 people who get this bonus, as well as all of the other bonuses that I mentioned. Now, it gets even better for those that are really fast action takers. The first 20 people are going to get this bonus right here and all of the other bonuses that I mentioned. Plus, you're also going to get something that really gives you like a cheat sheet to success. Right? This is the hottest fiction and nonfiction categories that you should be publishing to. This is a $1,000 value, right? So I don't give this out to everyone. I actually give this out to my students that pay me $12,000 to really go in and coach them. But I wanted to add extra value to this. So the first 20 people are going to get this as well as all of the other bonuses and the main content. Now it gets even better. For those that are super fast action takers, you're going to get this, you're going to get this, you'll get everything else that I mentioned, right? All of this stuff, but you're also going to get this bonus right here. This is what I call the 30-day list, and this will show you how to build a recurring revenue subscriber list quickly. This is going to show you how to build an email list that, again, you can sell anything that you want to, you can monetize as often as you want to, and this is, like I said, where the money comes from. All right, in addition to publishing on Amazon. So this is going to go out to the first 10 people only. These are the people that really jump on super fast. Again, we have hundreds of people that are on this, and this is a $1,497 value. And here's the deal, folks. You're also going to get a Q&A and strategy session as well with me. You'll get 1 year of updates. You'll get mentoring from the Authors Incubator team, myself, and my coaches that are on here as well. So this is a $2,497 value. And with everything combined, you'll find that this totals up to $17,658. So I really stacked down the value here. And again, I'm never going to do this again because there's just a lot of stuff that I'm giving away here, right? How much would you pay to finally live the life that you know you deserve? How much would you pay to finally live a life that you know you deserve, right? Would you pay $3,997? This is what I normally sell this program for and more without all of the bonuses that I just stacked down, but you're not going to pay this much. Would you pay $2,997? You're not going to even pay this much, all right? You're not going to even pay $1,997 for this system. But if you did, this would still be 50% off, right? Plus, I've added some additional bonuses. It gets better, folks. I've added 5 additional fast action super bonuses when you get started right now. So here, fast action super bonus number 1 is offline income. This shows you how to turn your ebooks into profit-pulling physical books. This shows you how to turn your ebooks into profit-pulling physical books. All right, so you're going to get that bonus. You're also going to get fast action super bonus number 2. This is called high ticket publishing. This shows you how to publish ebooks for other people for free. So you can take this and you can publish ebooks for doctors, lawyers, anyone that's in the service industry and make money. I've got a lot of students that are generating $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 doing this. You're also going to get fast action super bonus number 3, which is the money multiplicity bonus. This shows you how to publish your ebooks to Barnes & Nobles and Apple's iBookstore platform. You'll also get fast action super bonus number 4, which is the socializer bonus. This shows you how to quadruple your ebook sales with free YouTube content. Now, I showed you earlier one of the bonuses was how to do this with free Facebook content, but you can also do this with free YouTube content. So you're going to get this bonus as well when you get in today. You'll also get fast action super bonus number 5, all right? Available only today as everything else is, which is the Outsourcer Pro. For those of you that said you'd like to outsource and have someone else write your content, I'm going to give you my fill-in-the-blank outsourcing template. Okay, so I'm going to give you my fill-in-the-blank outsourcing template, which makes it super easy to find amazing ghostwriters and outsourcers. So you're going to get all of those fast action bonuses. And with everything combined, this comes out to $23,043. All right, $23,043. You'll also get access to our private Facebook group where you can ask questions, you can get updates, you can share ideas, you can brainstorm, and most importantly, you get help so you're never left alone. So we have over 1,200 people that are in this group, people that are across the planet that are making money, and you'll also get 2 free tickets to any of our Kindle Cash Flow Live seminars. We hold these seminars 2 or 3 times a year. We sell these tickets at $997 each. I'm going to give you 2 so that you not only get to come, but you also can bring your wife, your husband, your business partner, your child if you want to. You can bring one of your teenagers or one of your kids, your friend, your neighbor, right? So you'll get $2,000 worth of tickets to our next Kindle Cash Flow Live. Now, I've created a special webinar price that will only be available for you, the person that's watching this right now. You'll never see this price again. After you see this again, it's going to be sold for $4,000. But when you get in today, you can get in for just $997, one payment, or you can make 2 payments of $549. So just one payment of $997 right now, or 2 payments of $549. All right. So this is Kindle Cashflow X. All right. Totally new, totally updated, just updated last week with the newest updates to Kindle Publishing, the most up-to-date ways to make money, and it's the greatest, best program out there. Listen, folks, you're not going to find anything that's as amazing as this. All right. I put my reputation on that. This is the program that you want to get, and I've made it super easy for you to do so by discounting it at a severe discount and giving you every single element that you'll need to do extremely well with this. You can get in right now for just $997 or 2 payments of $549, one payment now, one payment 30 days from now. Here's the thing here. All right. The thing is, you're never going to get all of these bonuses. So if you're watching this right now, no one else that has ever seen this webinar has seen all of the bonuses that I added there for you. I added these bonuses in just to make it extra special for you and to over deliver on this. So this is extremely limited. My personal time is being invested supporting members, so we can't bring in thousands of members. The spaces will fill up fast. Here's what I want you to do. When you get in, all right, I want you to type in your name, type in I'm in, so I know that who's in already. And I know that Michael just said that he got in. So Michael, welcome aboard, right? Michael actually said that I'm in before I even instructed him to say I'm in. How did you know that I was going to say that, Michael? But here's the thing. That's the beautiful thing about people who recognize an opportunity, right? They don't wait. They see it and they get in. You can pay using your Visa, your MasterCard, your American Express, your Discover. You can pay using PayPal. And if you're in the US, you can also pay using PayPal credit. So PayPal credit is amazing, meaning you don't have to go in and actually make a payment today. If you're in the US, you can apply for PayPal credit. It takes you about 1 minute to do so. And PayPal will buy this program for you, and you don't have to pay it back for 6 months. All right, Ann is in, and it looks like Betty is in as well. All right, Betty Larson, good to have you in. All right, Jacob is in. Jacob, one of my son's best friends, his name is Jacob as well. Good to have you in. So if you want to be in the top 10 to get all of these bonuses, you want to get in. We've got 4 slots that are taken already. All right. No, Jillian, not at all. All right. So Jillian, reach out to me because Jillian's already in, she says. Okay. So there's absolutely zero risk for you when it comes to this program right here, folks. Absolutely zero risk for you. So now, here's the thing. Again, it comes with a complete double your money back 30-day guarantee. Go through the entire program, use the checklist, all of the templates, use the entire process that I've given you, right, to simplify making money. And if you still don't make at least 100% of your purchase price back in the first 30 days, I will pay you 2 times your purchase price. All right, Jason is in. All right, Elena is in. Good to have you in. Elena as well. And folks, I see a lot of people that are saying I'm in, so if I don't type it, if I don't shout out your name, right? And Alexander, you go in just by going to 30dayprofits.com. Get in by going to 30dayprofits.com. And Greg actually just put that link into the URL. I'm going to type it in as well. Give me a second, and I'm sorry, not into the URL. He just put that into the questions box. I'll put it in as well. All right, so here you can get in now by going to 30dayprofits.com. We've got Twin is in. All right, Twin says, so congratulations, Twin, on getting in as well. Smart move, welcome aboard. So here, I just put it into the questions box there. You can click onto that link that I just gave you. All right. Alexander is in. All right, so now we had two options right now with this thing. So option number one was don't do anything and leave right now and wish later that you've joined, right? Because as I said before, this is an exclusive program. This is something that you're not going to see again at this price point. This is something that you're not going to be able to ever get all of these bonuses with. So this is the one and only best time for you to get in right now. Option number two, you can join the Kindle Cash Flow program right now and start generating consistent monthly passive income beginning right now. Right? It's an online course. You can go in and start accessing it immediately. And as I said earlier, this is just an awesome way to generate income. So here's one of the first checks that I received. It was in the amount of $8,403, right? Here's another check, $4,462. Here's another check, right? Actually, not another check, but one of the things that I like to present is the fact that you don't need a large following with this, right? You don't need to be an expert. You don't need to be someone that has a lot of tech skills. You don't need to be on camera or someone that's totally extroverted. You don't need to be a writer. You don't need to be a guru and know a lot of people, right? You don't need to have your own unique idea because I show you how to do the market research and come up with ideas here. You don't have to launch any major product here, right? You don't have to be a certain age. Anyone can do this. You don't need your own course. And you don't have to have marketing skills, right? You don't have to run any Facebook ads to do this. You don't have to know anything about Shopify or e-commerce and drop shipping. You don't have to know anything about MLM. You don't have to be awesome at English. As a matter of fact, English does not have to be your first language. You don't have to be excellent at traffic generation. You don't have to even live in the US. And you don't need lots of money to make this happen, okay? And you don't have to invest a ton of time in it. You can start this where you are and as you are right now, right? We have Joseph is in as well. Good to have you in as well, Joseph. All right, Tyler is in. Tyler, good to have you as well. Smart move. So let's take a look at Sabrina. Here's what Sabrina has to say.
I started with the Kindle Cash Flow system mid of April and published so far 3 Kindle books with 6 more books in the making as we speak. They will be published over the next 2 weeks. So I'm quite a newbie on Kindle. But I really, really do enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I bribed my friend Sonia to come on board as she has a wealth of knowledge with regards to health, nutrition, and fitness. She's actually a holistic health coach. And I'm also very interested in health. And most of our topics are actually related to health. And together we are just the perfect team. We find it helpful to outsource the writing of our books. However, once we receive the books back, we spice them up and put our own stamp on them. And this has worked very well so far. Our first book, How to Get Your Dream Body and Keep It, the 6-week body makeover for a flat belly, toned arms and killer legs, published under the pen name Kim Ellis, was off to a flying start right from the beginning, generating over $1,000 in royalties in the first 4 weeks. We also have published How to Start a Daycare in 5 Easy Steps, Don't Get Your Fingers Burned, the ultimate beginner's guide to skyrocket your daycare business to success, and OMG, My Son is Gay, how you can help your son coming out and keep him safe. And the 2 more to be launched over the next couple of days are No More Panic and Diagnosed with Hashimoto's What's Now. What I like about the Kindle Cash Flow system is that it is a complete step-by-step system. Usually you buy a program and you get to work just to find out some really important pieces of the puzzles are missing and you can't get it to work. This is why I have been reluctant to buy more courses in the recent past. And this is also why it took me so long to come on board with Ty's course. However, Ty's course is different. It's actually a complete course. And if I'm stuck, I just drop his support team a quick email, which I'm allowed to do once a week. And usually it takes them just 48 hours to come back to me. And that's pretty cool. I can wholeheartedly actually recommend you to get started when you are after a step-by-step system and you have never actually published books on Kindle before. It's a great course. Bye.
All right, so Sabina is seeing a ton of success with this. We have more people that actually jumped in. So here's what I'm going to do, right? Let's see. Alexander says I can't get in. I'm now. Hey, Greg, can you check on the other side? There's a lot of people that have gotten in, but Alexander says that he's not able to get in. Are you still there, Greg? All right.
Yep, I'm right here.
All right. Can you check that link and see if Alexander says I can't? Alexander, are you in the US?
Let's see here.
All right. So if so, leave your phone number and your email address. Actually, leave your email address there, Alexander. And if you're on Skype, leave your Skype information as well. So let's continue chugging along here. So how can this impact your life? So think about that, right? Here's another bonus that I'm going to give you. Normally when you get in, right, I just give you access for just you, and that's it, just the person that actually made the purchase. Here's something that I'm going to do, and that's, again, just for this webinar, just for this training. I'm going to give you access to 2 users, so you can have your business partner, your friend, your wife, your husband, they can actually use the same login to get access to your account as well. So normally your access is only good for you and you alone, but when you visit the URL below, 30dayprofits.com, and join before this presentation ends, will also enable your account to be shared with one other person. So again, business partner, spouse, employee, son, your daughter, whoever you want. All right. So now let me just jump out really quickly. I want to show you guys how you. Right, so here's what you could do. You're gonna go over to 30-day profits. You'll select the payment option, and then if you want to use PayPal, you just scroll down here. We've got Jeff is just in. Jeff just got in, so congratulations, Jeff. Smart move. So you'll choose the payment option, and then you go in and you fill out your name here. All right, and then you place your order. So that's it. So there you go, Alexander. And again, if you want to use PayPal, you can just click one of these links. If you want to use PayPal credit, you can use this link here, or if you just want to use regular PayPal, you can use that link as well, right? So lots of people that are joining right now. Make sure you go in and get in right now. Again, that URL is 30dayprofits.com, www.30dayprofits.com to get in right now. Let's see. This registration period is going to end out soon. So if you visit this URL and you see the word sold out, then that means that you actually have missed your chance to join us. So you want to make sure that you visit that URL before it says sold out, and you get your chance to not only get access to the program, but also to get access to everything else that's there, right? And here's the other thing, folks. If you have a problem getting in, right, I want you to go in and click this button that you'll see down here, right? Pamela is in already. So click here and you can reach out to our support team. So you'll see that there's a button here. So if you have an issue, go in and click that, and our support team will help you out, all right? So lots of people that are getting in. Here's what I want to do. I want to open this up. So I know that I said that the first fast action bonuses were only going to be available for the first 10 people that get in. But because we've got so many people that have already gotten in, I want to double that. So I want to let the first 20 people who get in, you're going to get all of the bonuses. So every single bonus that I've mentioned here, you can go in and get in by going to 30dayprofits.com and making one payment of $9.97 or 2 payments of $5.49, and that will get you in as well. Remember, you can use PayPal credit, you can use regular PayPal, you can pay using your Visa, your MasterCard, your American Express, or your Discover. Greg, do you want to go in, and is there any questions that we have here?
Yeah, let's see. And actually, before we get into the questions, I wanted to give out a bonus to anyone who gets started today. And I'll do this for, okay, so I was going to do it for the first 10, but you said a bunch of people came in already. Let's do this for the first 20 also. And here's what I'm going to do. One of the biggest questions I get from people, which to me is one of the easiest pieces because of my experience, is what do I sell? What do I come up with as a niche, and how do I sell that, right? Or how do I target that? So what I'm going to do is for every one of you guys, well, that's not everyone, the first 20 of you that get started today, you're going to get a one-on-one call with me. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to get on the call. We're going to do some research, and I'm going to help you pick a niche that you are going to promote and market using Kindle. So we'll be able to go through, pick an idea, show you some keyword research. We'll then go in and look at the numbers and be able to determine, is this a good one or is this a bad one? And that's what you're going to then go out and start selling and marketing on Amazon Kindle. Now, remember, I've sold over 100,000 plus ebooks in my years. So I have a lot of experience on how do you pick the right topic, what makes a good topic, and why is it going to sell. And I've got a very, very high success rate with products that I've launched. So the time that you and I are going to spend, it's my last 15 years of experience that I'm going to be able to boil down and help you pick a market. And all you've got to do is then take action on that market, and boom, you're ready to go. So the first 20 of you guys who get started, sorry, I can't do it for everyone. But once we hit that 20, that's it. As you can imagine, this is a one-on-one call with me. That's a lot of time. So if we spend, half hour to an hour with each person, that's over 20 hours of time. So unfortunately, I just cannot do that for everyone, but I will do that for the first 20 who get started. So you now definitely have an incentive and a need to take action and get started very fast.
Absolutely. And it looks like Alexander is in as well. Alexander, it looks like you ordered twice by mistake. So we're going to go in and we'll refund, we'll void one of those out. So it wouldn't even be a refund. We'll totally void it out. All right. So it looks like someone else just got in. All right. I heard the notification there. Let me kind of pause that out, because actually mute that, because it can become a nuisance now. So smart move. All right. Let's see. Deborah is in. So that's an awesome bonus there, Greg, as well. That's a no-brainer right there, to be able to go in and, pick the brain of someone who is just having a ton of success with just the Amazon platform in general, right? Over 100,000 sold. Think about that, folks. At the point that I'm at now, I realize how crucial it is to have the right mentorship. Right? When I was first starting out, I didn't realize that. But now, if I didn't know Greg, and if I didn't personally know him, but I knew that he sold over $100,000 worth of content or whatever it is on Amazon, I would pay him $5,000. I would pay him $10,000, $20,000 to be able to have lunch with him, because that's how valuable his knowledge is. Right? I could then take that and turn it into something that makes me money, not just one time. This is how you have to think. You have to think long term. Traditional schooling teaches us how to think for the moment, right? If you think about you working a 9 to 5, you're thinking about the next paycheck. And I don't mean that in a cynical way or any malicious way at all, but I'm just showing you how traditional schooling teaches us how to think, versus being able to get information like this program that I'm sharing with you, right? And use it to generate income over and over and over again. I have ebooks that are still selling years and years later. I have students that have ebooks that are selling that they published, a year ago, that they published 3 years ago, that they published 5 years ago. I have ebooks that I've published many years ago that are still making me money. So that's how you have to think. All right. So now let's take a look at another testimonial here. Here's what Steven's another one of my students. Here's what he has to say.
Hi, you guys. Yeah, I just want to tell you a little bit about Ty's Kindle program. It's pretty amazing. I've been messing around with internet stuff for 3 years, and I think all of us who've been playing around with it have heard all the hype. There's no hype in this. This thing works amazing. My name, again, I don't know if I mentioned it, Steve Schreier. I have, after a week of listening to his tapes, I had a book up and running, and now I have 5. I have two of them that are very successful, and one of them is called How to Stand Up and Paddle for Beginners, and the other one is How to Stand Up and Paddle Surf for Beginners. And those have been increasing every month. So, give an example. My first month, I made $200. The next month is $300. And my goal is to every month keep on adding a book, and that way I know my residual income will keep on increasing. That's the cool thing is, one of the things that I loved about Ty's program is that it was effortless. Ty cuts through all the bull. He cuts your learning curve down, because if you check out his tips and tricks, you'll realize that a lot of this stuff you would never have figured out unless he told you up front. I'll give you one example. It's pretty funny. The other day, he mentioned that, hey, price your books at a reasonable price and then start increasing them and see what happens. I did that last week, and I increased my books by about 15%, and I sold more books. And these are the kind of tips and tricks that you would never find out on your own, and Ty has experienced this. So all these things, you put it together, you have an effortless way of making money. You don't have to know, any technology. So it's probably the best thing that you can do right now to make money on the internet, including the growth of the Kindle program. It's an outrageous setup. So take advantage of Ty and his wisdom, and buy the program. You'll have way too much fun with it. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, so real life students, and listen, folks, in our Facebook group, like I said, we have a ton of people that are seeing amazing amount of success with this thing. You can get in using Visa, MasterCard, American Express, you Discover, PayPal credit. There's so many different options. There's no reason why you should not be in. We've got a ton of people that are in here. We've got Ann, Michael, Betty, Jacob, Jason, Elaine, Joseph. I know there's a lot of people that I'm actually missing out on. We've got Twin, who also got in. I forgot to mention his name. I don't know how I could forget that name, him or her. So welcome aboard. Here, I talked about step one, right? Where we go and we do the market research. Then step two, content creation. Then step three, list your ebooks on Amazon and make it available to the individuals that want it. I go into more detail in all of these steps in the program. So you get over the shoulder training. You see what it is that I do, why I did it, and then the results that I get as a result of me doing it. So go ahead, get in right now. You can claim your $3,000 discount by going to 30dayprofits.com. I will put that URL into the questions box again, so you'll get that. Now here, ask yourself, what happens if you don't do this, right? Let's be real. Let's be honest. If nothing changes, then nothing changes. You need to initiate change. If you're not comfortable with where you're at right now, if you've tried multiple programs and they don't work, why not try something that's backed by a multi-billion-dollar company? Because if you don't make any changes, another year, another month, another week will slide by, and guess what? You'll still be at the same position. But time is going to pass by anyway. So why not allow it to pass with you doing something different? Right? So ask yourself this, what's the worst that could happen? The worst that could happen, you got zero financial risk because you have that 100% double your money back guarantee that I mentioned. You have a ton of people that have already joined. Why not join them as well? So here's what I want you to do. You open up your favorite browser, right? Whether it's Internet Explorer, Firefox, or Chrome, which is my favorite. You type in 30dayprofits.com. and then you enter your information to get started with the Kindle Cashflow X program. Super easy. Super easy. You've got two options here. One payment of $9.97, two payments of $5.49. Or you can use PayPal or PayPal credit. All right, so you want to make sure that you get in before the timer ends on the order page, because once that happens, and once you see that big red sold out sign, that means that it is too late. Procrastination is the killer of dreams. Okay, we've got two flexible payment plans for you. You can choose either one. Use your credit card or use PayPal or PayPal payments. All right, PayPal credit. Once you get in, you're going to see an email from me that says, congratulations, your new Kindle Cashflow X account is ready for you. And then you'll have your login credentials. So you can go in, you can get started right away. All right. So if you have any trouble checking out, remember, we have our customer support button that you can click. And there's also our toll-free line that you can call, 1-866-752-9968, if you'd rather talk to a live person. All right, and you can click that. All right, so Mary says, I am in at last. Good to have you in, Mary, as well. All right. Flo is in. All right, good to have you, Flo. Hey, that's not Flo from Mel's Diner, is it? The famous Kiss My Grits Flo? That's not it. All right. I haven't heard that name in a while, Flo, but hey, welcome aboard. Very smart move. All right, so if you are uncomfortable with placing an order online, you can do so by calling our toll-free number, 1-866-752-9968. Tell them that you're watching this with Greg, okay? And then make sure that you mention that you're watching, you got informed about this webinar through Greg, okay? All right. Or you can go in and you can chat with them online by clicking the chat button that you'll see in the lower right-hand corner as well. So now, the doors will close for good. Right now is likely your last chance to join. We have no plans to reopen enrollment to this course, especially at this price, because it's super low. And there's a strong likelihood that you may never even see this again after this. So you want to go in and hit 30dayprofits.com. Make sure you type that URL in and get in. We have just a handful of bonuses that are left, right? And you definitely want to get in now so you can get all of the bonuses. I have a few people that are asking if they've received all of the bonuses, and the answer is yes. If you've gotten in so far, you have all of the bonuses. All right, even if I haven't called off your name, because I have a lot of people that are typing in, I'm in here. Right, so unfortunately, I don't have time to read off all of the names, but type in the chat box right now and let us know why you haven't joined. What are you waiting for if you have not gotten in, especially with so many people already being in? I want to know what's holding you back, or if you have any questions right now. Right, so type in the chat box right now and let me know what it is. All right, Canola Fernandez says, I'm in. Right, good to have you in. Great to have you in. Welcome aboard. All right. Am I pronouncing your name right, Fernandez? Let me know your first name here. Here's another one of my students that's... What's that?
I'd say that was Neller.
Neller, there you go. What the hell did I just say there? There you go, Neller. Jesus Christ. That's why you want to have smart friends. Listen, you don't have to be a genius to do this, folks. All right? You can do this. You can still make money.
Neller, I get the bonus points.
All right. So Alexander says, now that I'm in, I'm excited to start creating and making money. Yes. So Neller's in as well. Good to have you in, Neller. So let's look at what Valerie has to say as well.
Hi, my name is Valerie Pope, and I'm coming to you from my home office just right outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. And tonight I just want to spend a couple of minutes with you just letting you know how excited I am that I purchased Ty Cohen's Kindle publishing course back I believe it was last November. I went through the videos, took copious notes, and got started right away. In about 3 weeks, I had my first book published, and it's done very well. It went to #1 in a niche that I didn't expect it to hit #1 in, but there you go. I just put the principles to work. You know, Ty's course is a step-by-step guide that even a 57-ish, oops, I just said my age, 57-year-old mom can follow and actually make it happen. I am thrilled with what I've been able to accomplish and where I'm headed next. I want to show you a couple of my books. Here we go. You can see right here, this is my first book. It's called Westy Bible. And that was the very first effort that I did following Ty's principles. I quickly also published HCG Weight Loss, The Plan, and its companion book, HCG Weight Loss Recipes. Most recently, I've published a book about homeschool transcripts, how to create a high school transcript for your homeschool students. Now, those aren't the only books that I have up, but I think I have 2 more up. But this is how I'm doing. You'll see the date on this. I hope you can see it. It says 5/26/2012. And then if I scroll over just a little bit, I hope that you can see that my 6-week total for this past 6 weeks is $664.97. I am thrilled that my husband and I purchased this course, and I just can't recommend it more highly. If you're interested in Kindle publishing, learning the nuts and bolts from the ground up, or even if you're kind of seasoned, I think that you'll probably even appreciate this course if you're a seasoned publisher, because there's just so much good information in it. I'll tell you again, if I can do it, you can do it too. Thanks. Bye.
All right, so Valerie is, again, she's just rocking and rolling. She's just gotten in and she is killing it. She's crushing this thing. So now here's the thing that I want to do here. If you're on the fence, right, we're going to show you, actually, you know what? I think I've shown a lot of testimonials. I was going to show you a video testimonial reel of over 150 people that are crushing this model using the system that I teach in this program. But we're gonna skip by that. I'm not gonna even go there. All right. So here's everything that you're going to get in the program. You'll get all of the weeks. You'll get week 1, to set up how to publish ebooks on Kindle the right way. You'll get week 3, writing your own ebook, fact or fiction, the do-it-yourself route. You'll get week 4, the KDP cast extraction route, using Kindle to select an advanced writing techniques. You'll get week 5, the biomagnet module, which is getting more sales for your books. You'll get week 6, hiring someone else to write and or market your ebook. So this is the outsourcing route. You'll get week 7, using other platforms in conjunction with Kindle to maximize your sales. And then you'll get all of the bonuses, how to quadruple your ebook sales with free Facebook content, the Google Kindle Crunch, which will show you how to get your content and your ebooks listed on Google. You'll get bonus number 3, how to publish your ebooks to Barnes & Noble's and Apple's iBookstore. And then you'll get the fast action bonuses, right? So fast action bonus number 1, your own virtual assistant. This person is going to help you out with anything that is Kindle publishing related. You'll get fast action bonus number 2, the hottest fiction and nonfiction categories to publish to, so that you get this cheat sheet, right? You'll get fast action bonus number 3, the 30-day list, all right? And you'll get everything else here. So I'm going to sit this here for a second so that you see everything that you get. All right, so you see all of the bonuses that you get here, right? All of the real world value that totals up to over $23,000 there. So over $23,000, right? So there you go. So now let's see a few questions that people have before joining the Kindle Cashflow X program. So here's some of the questions here. And in the meantime, you can go in and you can visit this URL, 30dayprofits.com. I'll post it into the Q&A section again. All right. All right, 30dayprofits.com. Let's look at some of the questions. I'm not sure I have the time to do this. Well, here's the thing. This is an online study course that allows you to go in and put it into place no matter what your schedule is like. So you can do this in the mornings. You could do this at night. You could do this on the weekends if you want to. You can do this to a point where you only put an hour a weekend or a few minutes a day in, right? So it's an online study program that you can use and you can actually go in and implement at your leisure. All right, so you can use this at whatever time you have available. Do I get updates? Yes, you absolutely do. You get updates. So if you've purchased a Kindle Cashflow program in the past, or when you get in now, as I continue to update this program, you will get access to all of the updates for free as well. Right, so yes, you do get all of the updates, and I'm continuously updating this program, so you'll get notifications of the updates as well. It's too expensive. Well, here's the thing, it's too expensive not to get in. And by that, I mean, if you miss your opportunity to get in right now, you're actually doing yourself a disservice because you're missing out on all of the future earnings potential. Not only the potential earnings that you can make now, but the earnings that you can make a month from now, and then 6 months from now, and then a year from now. Okay, so get in right now. How long is my access? Well, here's the thing. Once you get in, you have lifelong access. Lifelong access. All right, so you get in forever. All right, so now, can I do this at my own pace? Can I do this at my own pace? Yes, you certainly can. You can do this at your own pace. As I mentioned earlier, you can get in and you can, when you get in, right, you don't have to start immediately. You can start whenever you want to. Okay. How long does it take to complete the course? Well, it's a home study course and it's about 12 to 14 hours. But again, you can go through this entire thing. I see some people that go through it in a weekend, some people that take a week, some people that take a month. It's totally up to you. Do I need to be technical to make this work? No, you don't. You don't need to be someone that's super technical, not at all. Do I need any experience to be successful? No, you don't. You don't need to be have any experience. You could do this if you're a total newbie and someone that has never done anything business-wise online. Can I join at a later time? And unfortunately, the answer to this is no. It's either get in right now or you don't get in at all. Unfortunately, I'm sorry about that. Can I do this if I live outside of the US? Yes, absolutely. So you can do this if you live outside of the US. As a matter of fact, I have students that are in Australia, Canada, the UK, Russia, the Ukraine, South America, Mexico, just everywhere. Will I get support or help throughout the process? Absolutely. Absolutely. So you'll get 100% support and help throughout the entire process, so you're never left alone. Can I sell e-commerce products with eBooks? How do I go about local marketing? Yeah, so the cool thing is, once you start to build up your list, you can also go in and promote other products, including e-com products or affiliate products, or even some local marketing services that you may have. So you definitely can. What if English isn't my first language? Well, that's not a problem, especially if you're going to be outsourcing your books, because you can hire people that are awesome at the written English word, and that never has to be a concern of yours, right? Why are you teaching this to me if it's working as well as you say? Well, here's the thing. I'm teaching this because it's not something that, number one, I have a scarcity mindset with. I think that there's enough money for everyone to do well with this. Number two, I do extremely well with this. My students do extremely well with this. I've had a lot of good fortune. Why not show other people something that works? All right. Will this ever get saturated? Not at all. If you think about the publishing industry, right? Books have been published for hundreds and hundreds of years, and it never gets saturated. Not at all. You're just publishing in a digital format, which makes it easy. Who handles customer support for the ebooks that I publish? Well, that's a great question. Amazon handles the customer support, right? So you don't have anything to do with that. They handle all of the order taking. They handle refunds if you get them, which Harley you'll see, and they handle customer support. How many of the fast action bonuses are still left? So as of right now, that's a really good question. Let me take a look. See. Looks like we have about 4. I just want to make sure here. I'm just texting my assistant to check and see here. All right, so I'm sorry, we just sold another one, right? So we have 3 now. So if you haven't gotten in yet, get in right now. Are the super bonuses still available? Yes. So again, we have 3 of the entire packages, everything. If you get in right now, the next 3 people that get in, whether you're watching this live or the replay, you can get in, you'll get everything. Is the 30-day guarantee really zero risk? Yes, it is. I mean, so this comes with a complete 30-day money-back guarantee. You have nothing to worry about. All right, so that is it, folks. We will shut down once we reach capacity. Like I said, we have 3 more slots left. If you want to go in and you know you don't have money, if you want to get in and you don't have the money, you can use PayPal credit if you're in the US. You go in, you complete the order form, and once you get to the PayPal section, you continue to go through as if you were going to pay with PayPal, but then you'll see an option to choose PayPal credit. So just continue to go through as if you were going to pay using PayPal. Log into your PayPal account or create a PayPal account if you don't have one, and then you'll see a section where it says, how do you want to pay? And you'll see the check boxes, It'll say PayPal bank account, PayPal credit. You just hit PayPal credit, and then you'll see a short application. It takes you less than a minute to apply, and bam, once you get a decision, you're in. All right, so super simple to do. Go to 30dayprofits.com and you can get in. All right, so if you didn't sign up immediately, number one, you're nervous about whether you can succeed with this or not, and this is super easy, folks. Anyone can do this. Or number two, you think it's too expensive, and as I said, if that's your mindset, you could be missing out on a fortune. So act right now and go to the link below. All right, here's everything that you'll get in this program, and again, the URL is 30dayprofits.com. Greg, that is about it. Any questions that you see coming in or anything like that?
Let me take a look and see if there's any that needs to be answered. Hold on. Let's see here. Someone said, do I have to create an author page if I use a pen name?
No, you don't. You can if you want to, but no, you don't. And I actually talk about that in the program as well, and I'll show you how to do all of that.
Perfect. Alexander said he is excited to get started. Love it. You know what I like about this program? It's a couple things. First of all, when I'm looking to bring someone to train you guys, I like to deal with people that I know. I've known Ty now for, God, it's got to be 13 years now. And I know not only the character of Ty, but I know how much he cares about his students. There's very few people out here that will go out of their way for their students like Ty does. And Ty takes the time to put a good quality product together. So you've got a really good individual who's also smart. But here's the most important thing. This is someone who is doing what he teaches. Like I told you, when he bought that car, and that turned me on to Amazon. I mean, who hadn't heard of Amazon before that? But I didn't realize it was such a financial opportunity for the average person. And when he went and bought that car with that check, I said, whoa, that is hot. And instantly, that's when I started to look at Kindle as well. I remember one time I was at Ty's house, and he had boxes and boxes and boxes of books that he was sending to Amazon. And I didn't know what they were. And I was like, what are all these boxes? Oh, these are going to Amazon. So guys, what's amazing about this is the fact that you are partnering with a behemoth. Amazon, and I call this partner channel marketing. And basically, Amazon has created the ability for average people who don't have business experience to be able to create a business and have sales. See, Amazon is smart about what they do. Amazon says, hey, we could sell products, we could manage customer service, we can go out and fulfill products, we can go out and source products and create products and do all the marketing, right? Or why don't we just get good at one thing? How about if we get good at selling and find people who can create their own stuff, and then we'll sell it for them and we all split the money, right? So the only thing you have to do is create that content, and Ty's going to help you with that. And Amazon is going to handle all the other pieces. You cannot go wrong with that, folks. Like I used to like to say in my webinars, is you're tapping into a grid, right? And that grid is Amazon. You don't have to create that grid. It's already there. It exists. And there is nothing you can do to slow it down. The only thing you can do is either join or watch it. And when you watch it, opportunity is not lost, folks. It just is passed on to somebody else. And the thing is, the last time we had Ty on was a year ago. And if you were on that webinar a year ago and you didn't get started, ask yourself, where would I be today? Even if I failed and I was only making $1,000 a month, what would that extra $1,000 a month do for me and my family now?
Wow, that's a great question.
Yeah, absolutely. Where would you be today if you took action then? So I don't know when I'm going to have Ty on. It might be another year, right? Before last year, it was 2 years before that. So you don't want to be on my training with Ty in a year from now and ask yourself, boy, where would I be today had I gotten started on December 2018, right? Where would I be today? I always tell my kids, I said, I hate the unknown. I would rather do something and then figure out what I need to fix, then wonder if I ever should have gotten started, right? Don't wonder, folks. Get started. This is a great program. And as you know, you're partnering with Amazon. Amazon is not going anywhere. If you believe Amazon is going to disappear or go somewhere, I think, you might as well just go play the lotto, right? Amazon is not going nowhere. So hedge your bets on Amazon. You've got the opportunity to take advantage of this now, before it gets too saturated. Now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, Lord knows how hard it might be to penetrate the Amazon market. We don't know. I know right now it's doable. I know right now it's easy, and you should absolutely take advantage of that. So I want to thank you, Ty, for coming on and teaching my folks. I know you had some things to do with your daughter today, and you kind of changed those plans to do that for me. So I absolutely appreciate that. Guys, don't forget my super bonus. You're going to get a call with me, and I'm going to help you pick your market. We're going to do some research together. And what's cool about that is you're going to get to see that research process. So there's nothing more powerful than teaching someone how to fish. Once you know how to do that, no one could ever take that away from you. There's a saying that I like to say, a mind expanded can never contract back to its original state, right? Remember that. A mind expanded can never contract back to its original state. And my goal is to empower you and have your mind expand and turn you loose. So now you can do this duplicated over and over every day. If you want to launch a new product a day, you can do that. Why? Because no one's going to be able to stop you, because your mind will be expanded. So Ty, I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you guys for being here. Is there any last minute questions you see in there, Ty, that we need to answer?
Let me take a look here. One of the things I did too is some people were mentioning, oh yeah, giving us the top 3 price points. So I'm going to do that as well. Some people asked for alternate payment plans. So what I just did was I gave you some additional links to other payment plans. All right, and you'll find those in the questions box right there. All right, so go in and click on the payment option that works best for you. And let's see, Sandy says, you mentioned giving us the top price points. So yeah, so the top price points that I find are $2.97 initially when you first publish a book, and then after that, increasing it to $7.97, and then $9.97 works as well. So $2.97 to get that momentum, to get the flow, to start to get that downhill movement, and then you can gradually increase the price point after that. All right, so I hope that works. Go ahead, click onto one of the links that I just posted into the chat box. Make sure you get in. We now have just 2 slots left. So if you're still on at this point and you're on the fence, go ahead and grab one of those last 2 slots, and this may be your only chance to get in. So Greg, I appreciate you having me here. This was an awesome webinar, and that is about it.
Awesome. Thank you for being here. And guys, thank you. Take action. You're in good hands, and we will see you on the other side.
I'll see you. Bye-bye. Oh, one more person just got in, so just one more slot left. All right, guys. Bye-bye.
Awesome.